what we've seen since we left Karachi this morning is stretches of the countryside on the way to these more affected rural areas underwater. I think there is a sense of relief this morning that the rains forecast last night did not materialize in the strength that had been expected. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean there's good news ahead. The forecast, as you said, is that this weather system coming in from India could bring heavy to very heavy rains in the forthcoming days. Now, it's important to point out here, really, that this is an area which was heavily affected by last year's floods, almost at the stage of trying to get back on its feet, but still finding significant problems. There's a plus for these places already being victims of floods, once in that there is infrastructure here that aid agencies can rely upon to channel aid more speedily. We've heard the UN are going to be moving tents to some of the more affected areas down in Badin as quickly as possible. But really, the issue is exactly what the weather does in the next 2 days, Manita.
Yeah, the numbers that we've just been reporting, Nick, are just staggering. We talk about 5.3 million affected, over 1 million homes affected as well. Some 80% of the crops in the country also badly damaged. And in terms of trying to help those that are so in such a desperate situation, the logistics of it all, tell us about the difficulty of just coordinating the logistics of helping these people.
Well, absolutely. There are many different agencies on the ground, all doing what they can. Some do still have stockpiles left over from last year, as I said, which is proving a huge help. There's also the issue of course, coordinating between so many groups. The role the Pakistani government's playing, keen to be seen to be out in front, helping these people. After some criticism last year, they didn't move fast enough. But what we're seeing on the ground here, I think, is a degree of confusion, information hard to get from some of the affected areas because, frankly, they're pretty hard to reach. And aid agencies doing what they can to move things in as quickly as possible, Manita.
Is security a problem at this point?
Not at this point, no. I think at this particular stage, people are still in the recovery point. I think that issues in terms of security and people's tempers fraying will maybe come later down the road. Perhaps the situation becomes more severe or people feel they aren't getting the help they need. But at the moment, I believe this large stretch of Sindh is simply at the point of trying to figure out what the rain has done over the past few days.